Good morning to all. This is Kiran Kumar Velmula, Assistant Professor of Physics, Sri Rajarajeshwara Degree College, Karimnagar. Today's class we are discussing about the measurement of temperature of thermal radiation. Actually, heat is the energy which transfer from one place to other place in different methods. Those are, first one is conduction, convection and thermal radiation. The conduction takes place in solid materials. Convection takes place in the liquids. Similarly, the thermal radiation is the process of transportation of heat energy from one place to other place without the involvement of any medium. So in this case we are measuring the temperature of that thermal radiation by using different instruments. Temperature is the quantity of heat, or it can be defined as either the coldness or hotness of the substance. It can be measured by using different instruments because temperature is a physical quantity that can be measured. So this temperature can be measured by using thermometers, thermistors, thermocouples, thermopiles and pyrometers, etc. Because every instrument has its own calibration range, so single instrument is not enough to measure the temperature in all the cases. Generally, thermometers are used in clinical purposes and laboratory purposes also. In the hospitals, we are measuring the hotness of the human body by using thermometers. Therefore, those thermometers are known as clinical thermometers. The range of that clinical thermometer is up to 100 degrees centigrade, or in terms of Fahrenheit, also in some thermometers. In the laboratory, to measure the temperature of the mixtures or the liquids, we are using centigrade thermometer. The calibration range is from 0 degrees centigrade to 180 degrees centigrade. Also, those thermometers are known as laboratory thermometers. Similarly, thermocouples. Couple is nothing but the pair. This thermometer consists of a pair of metals. The two metals are joined together, and this metal junction is connected to the circuit. So, thermocouple consists of a sharp edge. This sharp edge is kept on the surface of the body or the substances. The temperature can be measured. Thermopiles. Pile is nothing but the combination or the combination of the layers of different materials. This is connected to the circuit. The total incident radiation can be converted into thermal EMF that can be measured the temperature. Similarly, pyrometers. Pyrometers are the devices which measure high temperature of the black body. The black body is nothing but the substance which absorbs or which emits the thermal radiation falls on the surface on it. So these are the equipments to measure thermal radiation or the temperature of the thermal radiation of the substance. So this thermal radiation process can be calculated, and the thermal radiation temperature can be measured by using pyrometers. Pyrometers are classified into two types. First one is optical pyrometer or spectral pyrometer. The second one is the total radiation pyrometer. If you take the optical pyrometer or spectral pyrometer, the temperature can be deduced by using Planck's law. In this, the thermal radiation is incidenting on the surface of the filter. The spectrum or the image of the particular object is forming on it. Therefore, that is known as spectral pyrometer. In the second one, the total radiation pyrometer. The total radiation pyrometer or the total radiation incidenting on the surface can be measured by using the circuit. We shall discuss about it in the next classes, of course. Similarly, if you take in total radiation pyrometer, that can be reduced by the Stephen's law. The main difference between these two pyrometers are, in the spectral pyrometer, optical pyrometer, the spectrum is forming. In a total radiation pyrometer, we are measuring only the total heat energy incident on the surface can be supplied to the circuit. That is the main difference. And the second one is the optical pyrometer that can be deduced by Planck's law, and the total radiation pyrometer, the temperature can be deduced by the Stephen's law. These are the major two differences between the optical pyrometers as well as. In this slide, we are discussing about the construction and working of disappear filament. This is a schematic diagram of disappearing filament type of optical fiber pyrometer. Why we are calling it as a disappear filament type of optical pyrometer means the image or the spectrum forming inside the telescope is disappeared in the process. Therefore, this type of optical pyrometer is known as a disappearing filament type of optical pyrometer. If you observe the construction part in the schematic diagram, the filament pyrometer consists of a telescope tube. This telescope tube consists of eyepiece at the one end. At the second end, objective lens is arranged. The distance between this eyepiece and the objective lens is changed, or it can be adjusted by using rack and pinion arrangements above the telescope. The heat source is adjusted at a certain distance to observe the thermal radiation which is coming from the source. Inside the telescope tube, one absorption screen is adjusted very near to the objective lens, and one filter is adjusted very near to the eyepiece. The filament lamp is arranged between the filter and the absorption screen. The filament lamp is connected to the electrical circuit which consists of rheostat, battery and PMMC motor to disappear the filament. So this is the construction part. If you come to the working part, the heat source is adjusted at a certain distance. The radiation is coming from the heat source which can be measured, is incidenting on the surface of the objective lens and entering into the tube. With the help of diaphragms arranged inside the tube, the total thermal radiation which is coming from the source is incidenting on the surface of this absorption screen. The screen is observing the radiation So the radiation is passing through the tube and incidenting or focusing exactly on the filament through the diaphragms. This radiation emits the radiation again from here. The radiation which is coming from the filament lamp is incidenting on the surface of this filter, and it is filtered, and the image is observed with the help of eyepiece. In this eyepiece we are observing the spectrum or the image of this particular thermal radiation. At the same time we are switching on this electrical circuits. Then the voltage is varying with the help of this rheostat. The rheostat varies the voltage. The varied voltage is supplied to the filament. When the intensity of this is same as the intensity of this thermal radiation, then the image is disappeared, or the image of the spectrum is disappeared in the eyepiece. So this is the process which is going inside the tube. Now by applying Planck's law we can calculate the temperature of this thermal radiation which is emitted by this hot body by using AT square plus BT plus C. In this equation A comma B comma C are constants. This is the process to measure the thermal radiation temperature by using disappearing filament optical pyrometer. But what are the advantages of this one? Means in this pyrometer the telescope is not touching to the heat source, and it is very portable. Approximately we are getting the exact, it is very near to the actual value. So this is the construction and working of disappearing filament. Further we shall discuss about the total radiation pyrometers. So thank you all.